Hello friends, welcome to Bonnie Caroline Makes Cards. I am so glad that you are joining me for Spellbinder's 2024 Advent Calendar. In preparation for this series of 24 tutorials, I've been peeking ahead, and let me tell you, this is a great calendar. Spellbinders always provides a hint for day one, but of course I actually didn't remember that and so was surprised to see this 7-piece die set and then looked at the front of the Advent calendar and went, oh right. So come and craft along with me as we put this adorable hot air balloon together. All of my die cutting was done off camera. I'm using a combination of dark teal, fuchsia, and dark gray. There are 2 dies for the stripes. The curved one will be cut 2 times, and on the main die cut of the balloon there are impressions, so it is easy to see exactly where they are going to be placed. I'll add thin streams of glue in the depressions and then use my jewel picker to pick up the die cuts and position them. Adhesive is added to the top of the basket, and then the frame with the strings is set on top. Again, a small amount of glue is applied to the frame and the tops of the strings, and then the balloon can be set on top. I made sure that the middle stripe was centered on the middle string. Initially, the flag banner was cut from fuchsia cardstock, but it got lost on the background, so I changed it up and die cut it from light teal cardstock. I love dimension on cards. I've used the balloon and basket dies to cut white sheet foam to stack them. This die set also comes with a banner die sentiment that says hello. It's been die cut from teal cardstock, and again I've stacked it on a foam die cut. I'm going to embellish this hot air balloon with some flowers. I found some small florals in the die set called Over the Rainbow. They were the perfect size. The flowers were cut from light pink cardstock and the centers from cream. To pick up the color of the flag banner on the balloon, the leaves were cut from light teal cardstock. Repeating colors helps to unify the design. I also used this cardstock to cut a panel to layer onto my A2 size card base. It measures 4 3/4 by 3.5 inches. I'm also going to layer on a white panel, which I have glimmered using one of the press plates from the Better Press label Silhouettes. I love that both the press plates and the hot foil plates can be interchanged between these 2 systems. This pretty arch has been glimmered with Aura hot foil, and the white panel was trimmed down to 3 by 4 1/4 inches. Now to pull all of these bits and pieces together, which includes 3 clouds that are also from the Over the Rainbow die set. 3 of the smaller flowers were added to the top of the basket. The hot air balloon is temporarily positioned so that I can figure out exactly where I want to place my clouds, and then they are adhered to the card front. Now I can go ahead and adhere the hot air balloon centered in that foiled arch. There are 3 remaining flowers, and I'm going to first adhere the leaves to them before they go onto the card. My adhesive was not quite dry yet, so I was able to slip some embroidery thread underneath the basket, giving it a little twist because there's multiple thin threads, and then I'll adhere the foam-backed banner sentiment on top of it. And I don't know what I'd do without reverse tweezers. That holds everything in place until the adhesive is set. I'm arranging my thread, and to hold everything in place I'm using small glue dots. These come on little acetate squares so that you can lay them down and then peel the acetate off. And I'm trying to arrange my string with the banner so that it looks like it's flowing in the wind. And I've already got my adhesive in place with the glue dots, so all I have to do is to place my gold confetti on top of each one. 2 of the flowers were used to embellish the top of the hot air balloon, and the final flower was added to the top end of the banner sentiment. Additional gold sequins were used to highlight the hot air balloon in 2 groups of 3. And of course, I can't even resist. I have to top up all of the confetti with Nouveau Crystal Drops Morning Dew. When it's dry, I just love the crystal-like appearance that it gives them. And that completes day 1 of Spellbinder's Advent Calendar for 2024. I know it's a busy time of year, but really it's important that we find time for ourselves. So take a moment out of each day and craft along with me. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you back for day 2.